Radiohead, Kid A. Radiohead are my Marmite. I do like Marmite, but I have periods where I eat it all the time, and much longer periods when I never touch it. This is mostly because of Tom York's singing, which I can have enough of. I recently bought both Smile albums and I went back to the last 3 Radiohead albums, and there is always songs I really love. And there are also songs that sound like the ones I love, but for some reason I can't get into them. I bought Radiohead's OK Computer almost on a whim. I was minicabbing and I took 5 minutes off to buy a cassette to play in the car. That night I had a long drive back into town and I played the cassette. I remember it well because that night there was a meteor shower. It was one of those perfect storms. I played that album all the time. And then I caught up with their past works, the 2 albums and some EPs and singles. I even had to have the song from Baz Luhrmann's Romeo and Juliet. Then I waited for something new. It was like the wait we had between Led Zepp 3 and 4. And my anticipation was just as great. Eventually we got Kid A and I found it interesting and very good in places. I played it a lot but never truly got it, and soon after that Radiohead released Amnesiac, which was a bit more rocky and had the Pyramid song, which is one of my all-time favourite Radiohead songs. After Amnesiac we had Hail to the Thief, which had some good songs, including the one where they all beat tom-toms. I bought the Pay As Much As You Like download of In Rainbows, and then after that I sort of lost interest. But I have noticed there are people who rate Kid A even above OK Computer. I like songs. I am most impressed when I hear a song that sounds like it might have existed long before it was actually recorded. Songs like Fake Plastic Trees on the Bends, and No Surprises and Karma Police on OK Computer. But Kid A is not really about songs. There are memorable hooks with catchy melodies. You will certainly find yourself singing along with everything in its right place and being moved by How to Disappear Completely. But you will not find any verse, chorus, bridge, solo structures, but just the repetition of the title or other key lines that put across the sentiment. Like, I'm not here, this isn't happening, in How to Disappear Completely. Mostly the album is about texture and mood. There are definite elements of space rock and krautrock, Can and Hawkwind, or Tangerine Dream. The national anthem has a driving bass that reminds me of Jar Wobble in Public Image, and a brass section like Tom Waits' Swordfish Trombones period. But mostly it is all about the synth sounds and sampled noises. The drums are either drum machine or played like drum machines, and the singing sits above a soundscape of whooshing noises. There are limited chord changes, and often that can mean less is more, in that you really do notice the change. And on songs like Morning Bell, the melody moves with the change in an immensely pleasing fashion. Morning Bell was always my favourite. Just before Kid A came out, we moved to a place with no parking, and I would often lose my car in one of the nearby streets. Morning Bell has the line, "Where'd you park the car?" All these years later, that line still replays in my head when I reach for my car keys, even if I am sure where it is parked. The other thing that initially got me interested in this album was their use of a primitive synthesizer called the Ond Martino. This led to me discovering the Turangalila Symphony by Olivier Messiaen, which was the album recommendation I recently chose as my favourite. Kid A, Radiohead.